Hey, what is going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at the Master Grade Astray Blue Frame D, and this is my fourth and final installment in what was my focus on in the month of July, some Master Grade seed kits. I didn't quite get this in by the end of July, it's a little bit late, but anyway, we're getting to it, and it's a pretty awesome kit. It's my first time ever building any versions of the Master Grade Astray, although there's a few different versions out there, but I pretty much enjoyed it. There's a lot of complicated parts there, especially in the legs and the arms. You got a lot of parts going into there where it's a lot more complicated than I feel like your normal Master Grade kit. It's not difficult by any means, but it's definitely a fun and enjoyable build. So as always, a huge thank you to us at Gundam Store for sponsoring the review. Do check out the link to their site down below and my coupon code there. You can get this kit and everything else on their site 10% off using that coupon code, so check that out down below. And so yeah, the other really cool thing about this is that it has a ton of accessories, but they're all pretty much on the suit there already. There's not really too much else left in the box. After you're done building the kit, you got a handful of leftover parts that are just from like the runners that are reused from other kits. They're just like not parts that are used for this, but as far as accessories, there's not really too much else other than everything that's already on there, so that's really cool. It's got a couple new parts there for the front of the shin. It's got new side skirts to accommodate those big swords. It's got new shoulder parts to accommodate the swords. It's got new head parts to accommodate the swords, and the backpack is actually from the Master Grade Strike version RM, and that's got some new parts on there, basically again to accommodate for the sword parts added on the backpack as well. So it's just a stray blue frame with just tons of swords everywhere that you can combine and do all sorts of different cool stuff with. So we'll take a look at all of that, of course, throughout the course of the review. But aside from what you see here, let's just quickly go over what a few other things you do have to work with. Alright, so first out we've got some stickers here, some cool markings. I threw a few of them on the kits just for show, but you've got a bunch more that you could put on there if you'd like. Then we've got some nice dry transfer decals as well, a bunch of those. Most of them go like on the swords and things like that. You've got the L1, L2, R1, etc. And that's basically for the left side and right side swords. They're all just numbered like that. You got the big D and a couple other big logos on there. Pretty cool. You got a couple of standing pilot figures here included with this. This one I'm going to be giving to my Impulse Gundam Blanche, because that was the missing pilot figure from that kit. But you got two options there, so that's pretty nice. And the last thing is just this base for this, which is nice because with the backpack on, it definitely cannot stand up on its own. So I've got a little action base up on there holding it up. But this is for just holding it up off the ground. Not really a whole lot of, obviously, articulation with this, so it's not going to be giving you a whole lot of options. You've got a special adapter piece on there for plugging this onto just a regular action base adapter, which is up underneath there. But still, again, just because of the fact that it can't stand up on its own, it's nice that this was included, so that's not too bad. I want to talk a little bit about some of the articulation then as well, but just to do that, just to make it a little bit easier, let's take off the backpack. And on that note, this backpack is just using the same adapter that some of the other Master Grade Seed kits use, so if you want to use this backpack with a different kit or use a different backpack on this kit, you can do that with just a few different options there, not a whole lot. All right, let's go up here to the head first. So you got some new parts on there, including a new part for the V-fin, which is really nice. It's very sharp, pointy on there. That'll look up all the way to there, so pretty good for a good flying pose action there, and down all the way to there. You get those swords pointed up nice and high. And I want to just show you what the head looks like when those are popped off, because I might end up displaying it without those on there, because it does look pretty cool without those on. You have like the orange stripes there on the side of the head, so it does look pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting head design even without the swords on there. The swords, it's just a little bit silly. I mean it doesn't look that bad, but just if there's anyone else out there who's not a big fan of the swords on the side of the head, you can take those off and the head does still look pretty cool. But the new head design in general is pretty nice. The new parts for the side of the face are also pretty cool, so that just looks really cool. And then the orange around in there as well, just the colors looking very nice. At the base of the shoulder, that will move forward and back a little bit there, not really a whole lot though, but it can also move up and down at the inner part of the shoulder there as well. The shoulder armor is really only going to move up a little bit, so you can bring the arm up ultimately to only really about 90 degrees there, so really not a whole lot much more than that, unfortunately. But all new shoulder armor going on here, and again without the swords on there. Just pop those off like that, and it's still going to be looking pretty cool. So you've got these two then, obviously, that can just also be handheld, like with the ones on the side of the hand. You can see the ones on the head and the ones here all have this little tab there for tabbing into the hand, so you'll be able to hold those nice and securely. But anyway, then the arm will just rotate there at the top, and then when you bend that, you've got a couple points of articulation there in the bend to get a nice pretty full bend there, and separation of this elbow armor moves on its own a little bit. And then at the middle of the forearm, this whole front part will rotate a little bit up and down like that, and then of course the wrist, and then you've got back and forth hinge there at the wrist as well The fingers are separated 1 and 3, but you can slice the other 3 apart if you wanted them to be individually articulated, and the thumb is just on a ball joint there as well. On the back of the forearm here is where you're going to plug in this other weapon, which we'll talk a little bit more about here shortly. The cockpit hatch does open up. You gotta fold this down and pop that out like that. That opens up and you got your seated pilot figure in there, which you can actually see really well in this case. And a lot of times you can't really see it very well in these reviews because it's usually very dark in there, but because it's white set against just some nice light blue inside there, you can actually see it really well. That's nice. But then the articulation in the waist, you've got some forward and back bend basically at the base of the body where that plugs into the legs. That ball joint there will move, and that is a little bit unfortunate in this case because this seems to be weighted down by the backpack when you've got the backpack up on there, and the action base plugs into the bottom of the waist. I wish the action base plugged into like the base of the backpack. That would be better for holding it up, I think. Otherwise, the weight of the backpack is going to kind of weigh the whole mobile suit back a little bit here at this joint. So maybe just try to tighten up that joint a little bit in the waist if you're worried about that. Otherwise, we do also have a little bit of side-to-side movement here in the waist section as well. Up here for the front skirts, they keep kind of coming off here, but they kind of are all on this piece, which actually plugs into the side of that, and then you just bring that around and plug it into the middle part of the front section there. So these little bits here in the front will move a little bit on their own like that as well, but they're pretty much just meant to be just set there. The side skirts here again as well. You just pop off the sword, and then this can just be another handheld sword like that, but that just slots into these new side skirt parts in here. Worth noting, you do have the original side skirt parts in here if you wanted, just little small little bits from the original red frame Astray. And then around here to the back, this is just all one section, but that will move up and down a little bit like that. As for the waist, the hip doesn't slide or anything, it's just set in there like that, but you can rotate the leg at the top and bring the legs out to the side. Out pretty far like that. If you move that side skirt kind of out of the way, that works pretty well. Up to the front, probably not going to be much of an issue either with the lack of front skirt armor. You have a hard point here on the side of the leg, but it's not really used for anything for this kit. Nice bend here at the knee, separation of that knee armor, 2 parts there for that knee armor. You can bend that, and then you got some sliding armor here on the front of the thigh as well for a nice full bend there at the knee. Very nice, just all the separation of everything, all the layers you've got going on here. This is the new part for this kit, this front part here, which is new, and then also it's just one solid part that covers the little side vents here on the side of the leg there as well. And then down here to the ankles, you can get that set off to the side to side really nicely. You've got a double joint, one above the ankle armor, one below the ankle armor, so the ankle armor is just kind of floating in between there. You can move the foot up to the front to there, and then you've got a little bit of a toe bend to bring that up all the way back all the way to there. The toe bend doesn't point down at all though, unfortunately, but if you wanted to do some sort of like martial arts stance of him kind of kicking that foot back like that, you can do that up underneath the feet. Just some nice detail there. And then let's just take a look at the backpack here. The main wings here will move up and down. You've also got this flap here, which can also be set up and down like so. And these main parts here down below are also just basically on ball joints, so you can just kind of move those around up and down. You can set them a little bit more out to the side or center like that. You've got really great detail even up inside of there as well, and up inside these parts as well. So just painting that in and doing some nice little highlights with some nice metallic colors or something like that inside there will look really, really nice. And these new sword bits here, basically in the place of where the beam sabers would have gone for the Strike Gundam, these are in here as well. These once again are just used for some like later weapons combinations. These are some of the only sword weapons that actually don't have their own individual handle on them, but these just have these side bits which will just kind of move around like that, which we'll use to make the blade gun. So let's go ahead and do that. We need to take a few of these parts here together, but I guess just first real quick before we do that, this part here on the side of the arm, which we're going to use for the blade gun, but when you just take this off, just this individual blade, you can fold that handle down like that, and you've got yet another sword weapon. And worth noting on this one, this white part here, this is just all one solid orange part. This is a white sticker on there. Otherwise, the other stickers are just stickers for the eyes and head camera up there. And then around on the back of the head, you got a head camera there as well. That's just a clear green part, so you don't really have to use the stickers if you don't want to. That's just already clear green. I just put that on there just to show you guys. But anyway, there's that extra sword there as well. But anyway, yeah, to make the blade gun, we're going to take these parts there from the backpack and fold them like this to make a sort of triangle sort of pattern there, and that will just plug onto here like that. I'm going to take one of the blades off the head and stick that onto the top of here like that. You need to once again then take the blades off of the shoulders as well, and these will plug onto the side of here into this little gray part there. This just slides straight back into there like that. So it's getting pretty intense. We got one more here. We got taking this one there from the side skirt, and we had that handle piece we used before. This just plugs straight into that handle like that, and there you go. Now you've got your super sword. So you'll take all the sword parts off of one side of the Gundam on to make this super sword blade gun here. Plug that back into the arm, and it's going to be pretty intense and pretty long there as well. Alright, so basically this is just a nice solid Master Grade kit for anyone who's a fan of Master Grades, or you're a fan of kits with a lot of swords. This one has a lot of them. If you like using guns, especially large guns, bazookas, any sort of that kind of gun with your Gunpla, then you might not really be too much into this. You might look to other versions of the Astray if you were looking for a version of the Astray at all. But a lot of them really do focus on swords for the most part. But anyway, this one definitely a lot of swords. Very similar, it reminds me a lot of the Double Quanta Full Saber, just because it's got a bunch of swords and you can connect them in different ways. Honestly though, I guess there's really not a whole lot of different ways that you can connect these. They can all be handheld on their own, or they can all be connected into the gun saber there. The blade gun, I should say, sorry, but yeah, there's just not really a whole lot of other ways that you can actually combine them. I guess you could like make that and omit certain blades, like if you didn't want one on the top or you didn't want the two on the side or something, you could omit those. But so you can make different versions, I guess, of the blade gun, I suppose. But yeah, I was expecting, or just kind of maybe hoping or thinking for some reason, that you could combine other sword bits to make like a double-ended sword or something like that. Just the kind of things that you can do with the Double Quanta Full Saber. But yeah, not really as much as that, but still really cool. And the color scheme on this is really interesting as well too. I love all the sword blades are in that bright orange color. It looks really cool. It's very striking. And the backpack is really cool as well. It's in that nice darker color, so like it's there and it looks really cool on its own. But when you're looking at the Gundam from the front, what you're really going to notice is just all the sword blades everywhere. That's just going to be the first thing that's going to jump out at you. So definitely a really cool kit, a lot of really nice detail around on there as well, and you get a lot of fun stuff to enjoy here, and a very solid kit for a pretty decent price for this, 4,800 yen for this price. So it's definitely a good buy. I think, if you're a fan of the Astray, a fan of kits with a lot of swords, or a fan of just nice Master Grade kits looking to pick up something kind of different and kind of unique, this one looks really cool. So if you guys do have any other further questions or comments about this, of course, feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. Once again, thank you to USA Gundam Store for their support, and thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.